Hello everyone, my name is Billy Sheehan, your bass player. I'm here with my good friend John Liebman for BassPlayersOnly.com. Keep logging in and signing on and checking out all the best news from amazing bass players all over the world, and I'll see you around. Muchas gracias.
Billy.
Right on.
Hi everyone, I'm John Liebman. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. Today we are on location at the London Bass Guitar Show, and look who I'm with, the one and only Billy Sheehan. How you doing, Billy?
Good, John. Good to see you.
I've interviewed you a couple of times, so we've got a lot of information about Buffalo and about Mr. Big and about all the stuff, so that's on the website. Just look for Billy Sheehan on for BassPlayersOnly.com. Those great stories will come up. I want to talk about what's going on now, what's happening, and what's coming up. Why don't we start with the Winery Dogs?
Oh, the Winery Dogs. We're very grateful. We've had an amazing run with this band.
I love it.
Thank you very much. We launched the band. Who knows who's going to get into it or not, or how people will accept it or enjoy it. And we're just overjoyed that people have really taken to the band all over the world. So we're very thankful for that. And we're in the middle of a new record right now. We're writing songs. I get back to LA day after tomorrow here from London, and I'll be working with Richie Kotzen, squaring away some of the things we worked together. Me, Mike Portnoy, and Richie, we sat down for a couple of days and came up with a bunch of stuff. We've got about 20 templates of music that we're now fine-tuning. We'll do another writing session again. We really wanted this record, the second record, to be just spot on, righteous. Again, we're so thankful people have been kind to us on the first record. We didn't want to let them down on the second. We want to do our very best and come up with just a great representation of what happens with the band when you evolve through a full cycle of record and tour, and mature together as a band, and have that newest record represent that.
Well, I understand that you're going to have a summer camp?
Yeah.
Winery Dog Camp. Tell us about that.
Well, we did a dog camp last year
Right.
out in the Catskills somewhere, and it was a riot. Some of us were a little tentative about it. First, we didn't know, how it would go, but we all of us ended up having such a great time, and we made like best buddies with almost every camper that was there. So all the shows we did after that, a lot of campers came out, we hung out. They're like part of the gang now. So we hope to do that again, and expand it to some more people as well, just to come out and just kind of be part of the Winery Dogs family in a way. And so we got together. We had bass players, guitar players, drummers, all in different rooms doing things. With me, with Richie, with Mike, a couple of other great musicians we've got coming along as guests.
David Ellefson.
Yeah, Dave Ellefson will be there.
Alex Skolnick.
Alex Skolnick will be there, great guitar player. And because we don't make it just about us, we want to make it an experience for everybody through a much broader range of music. So we got some great players to come along, and it's an educational thing to some degree, like to play ensemble in a band, the most important thing. But it's also just such a great hang. It's so much fun. So
you mentioned something. There was a quote about some special summertime memories.
Yeah.
And that's
well, we had this little 10-year-old kid came up, and he was a good little drummer. So we're playing Winery Dogs full-on show in front of the whole place, and Mike stopped and dragged him up on the kit and had him play. And we had a whole bunch of bass players in front of me that I would hand them my bass. They do a couple slaps and stuff like that. But the most important thing about it was really the friendship developed from that, because Winery Dogs, like most of the bands I've been fortunate enough to be in, we have a great situation between us. And I hate referring to people as fans. I refer to them as my friends. Because if somebody comes out to see me play and they're enjoying themselves, I'm happy that they're my friend. I don't look at it as a fan thing. Yeah. So we just made some incredible friends with this endeavor with the dog camp, and we hope to do it to expand upon it.
Now, the website says it's for musicians of all ages and all levels. Doesn't that present some challenges?
Not at all. I really love dealing with beginners, absolute beginners, because you really have to, as a player, eventually, as you get up to a point, it's great to reverse engineer that and take it back to how would I tell someone about this if they'd never picked the bass up before? And in a way, it only clarifies what you know at whatever level you're at. They say that if you really know something well, you should be able to explain it to a 5-year-old. So if you really know nuclear physics, you should be able to explain it to a 5-year-old. So if you really know bass, drums, or guitar, you should be able to explain it to somebody who's never picked one up before. Okay, here's a bass. Put it on your lap. Your hand goes here. This hand goes here. Now we're going to just play one note, and that's all. Now that's a dead, complete beginner. But to be able to describe that to someone and get them playing and get them excited about it and get them to see that they could do it and watch their eyes light up with the possibilities, there's no greater gift, in my humble opinion.
That's great. In my humble opinion, didn't you put out a... tell me about your equipment, your Rotosound strings.
Rotosound strings, yeah. Rotosound brought me into the London bass thingy we have here. I've used Rotosound most all of my life. There was a time in the late 80s, the founder of the company passed away. At the same time, they got a bunch of bad metal, and so I left the company for about 2 or 3 years. And then fortunately, they came back stronger than ever, got it together, sent me their new strings. They were just right on. I've been with them ever since. And Rotosound, all the iconic bass things, most of the most iconic bass things you've ever heard of probably are on Rotosound strings.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, pretty awesome thing. So they brought me here Hartkey. Also, I've been using the Hartkey stuff for about 5 years now, all over the world. They supplied me with gear in India, Malaysia, all over South America, and Russia.
Wow.
And I have not had a single problem, which is a good sign. EBS, just a great new pedal that I designed with them, a little distortion bass pedal that keeps your bass sounding normal, but ghosts in as much distortion as you want without losing your low end. That's a good thing. And of course, my Yamaha bass.
Right.
Yamaha has been, I've been with them since 1984 now, and they've worked with me developing a bass, and I hope the bass to be a real tool for other bass players, no matter what style, to play nothing like me at all. I hope you play nothing like me at all and do your own thing, but using this bass can be a real advantage to expand your tonalities and just end up with a bass you could live with for a lifetime.
How about the future, Billy? You've done so much. You've accomplished so much. What else would you like to do? Do you have a someday I'd like to that you haven't done yet?
Well, I haven't played in Africa or Antarctica yet, so I want to get to both those continents. And I'm still, every day I learn some new thing. I pick up my bass, start playing, and there's some new thing I never knew about before that presents itself to me off the fretboard. And I'm really amazed that the adventure continues and continues and continues. I work harder now more than I ever did in my life. I spend more time practicing and working on bass more than when I was a kid. And I'm so thankful for the luxury of time to be able to do that. And as a result, every day is a new adventure. I'll learn a new thing, find some new aspect of bass that I never knew before. So it's just an incredible time. I'm so pleased that I have the luxury of time to spend sitting every morning, get up, feed the cat, and sit down with my bass for hours. And it's an amazing thing. And I try to spread that around, the enthusiasm I have for the instrument. Try to spread that around. When I did my master classes here, it was more important, I think, than to play some fancy licks, than just to really underscore to people how lucky we are to play in the greatest art form, music, to play bass and have the opportunity of endless, unlimited discovery on this instrument. So I think that's really has ignited a fire in me that is, to this day, is burning at full temperature.
It's pretty amazing when you think about the fact that there are only 4 strings and pretty limited range. How much people have been able to do.
You would think, but in fact, it's really unlimited.
Yeah.
There's no, and that's really a tribute to the human spirit. You can take an instrument with 4 strings and X amount of frets and come up with 100 million variations on how to deal with that. Exactly.
I don't remember if I asked you this last time or not, Billy, but just in case I didn't, what would you be if you weren't a bass player? Something outside of music.
I would probably own a bikini shop.
Okay. Well, we could leave it at that. On location with Billy Sheehan at the London Bass Guitar Show. Thanks, Billy.
Thank you, John.
We'll talk to you
Always
again
great to see
soon.
you, bro.
I'm John Liebman. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.
Mr. Billy Sheehan on bass.